this is about how to become a notary in New Jersey. I love being a notary. Period. I'm also a real estate agent. I have a video on that. I can talk endlessly about the comparison of the two. Just kind of gonna restructure the way that I do business as an agent and anywho. But yes, I've been a notary for 5 years. I was a teacher prior. That was my former life. Um, in April, it's gonna be my 5 year anniversary of being a notary. So I'll probably take you guys along on how I do that, what that looks like. It's my first renewal. Let's see how like that goes. But yeah, I love being a notary. I'm a mobile notary, have tons of videos on that, and a remote notary. I would like to do that more. If you know me or as you get to know me, I don't like to leave the house. COVID was the time of my life. People didn't stand close to you. You mandatory distance. 6 feet is perfect distance to be away from people. I was so into it. And I didn't have to leave the house. Yes, I took walks. I got fresh air, did stuff like that. But if I don't have to leave the house, your girl is golden. I love not leaving the house, so I would love to have more remote notarizations. And so I need to promote that more. Let the world know that if you need a notary and you were in Italy, you were in the Middle East, if you're somewhere else and you need something notarized, think of me. Think of me. Yes, but this is how you're gonna become a notary in Jersey. I have my notes here. So first things first, you have to be at least 18 years old. Like most things, right? You have to be at least 18 years old, a resident of New Jersey, and you have to be a citizen or a lawful permanent resident. They are going to do a background check. And the background check you must pass, it'll be conducted by the state, and you basically can't have a felony involving moral turpitude. And according to Google, moral turpitude is just something that's like dishonest. An example of that is like accepting bribes in exchange for whatever you're giving. So money in exchange for, maybe looking the other way. Bribes, right? We know what a bribe is. So yes, things like that. That's an example. So you essentially just have to be a pretty ethical person to be a notary, and you're gonna go to the state treasury website. I'm gonna put the link there. I'm probably gonna insert a screenshot somewhere. You're gonna fill out the application. So you're gonna go to the treasury website, you're gonna fill out the application, provide whatever information they're asking you, name, address. Since they're doing a background check, I'm sure your social is involved. That's likely to be about $30. And then when you are approved, I remember receiving the notary commission. It just wasn't signed. I believe it said don't sign it until you get sworn in, and they notarize the document and put the embosser on it, and then that's when it's valid, when it's signed and then notarized by the county clerk. And I believe that's another $20. So $50, you're a notary in Jersey. About, don't call me on the prices, but about $50, and you're a notary. You get that, you go to the county clerk, they're gonna swear you in, make sure that essentially you're committed to the duties and responsibilities of a notary public. There's a test. I almost forgot that there's a test. I do think the test is probably about another $15. I don't remember. My friend did it, and he told me, I don't remember what he told me, but it was fairly inexpensive. So I would say maybe it's definitely under $100, and you're a notary in Jersey. What do? You have all your supply. Now you have your supplies. You have your certificate, and now what? Right? It depends on what you want to do. I don't know what stage you are in watching this. If you already have like services that you have in mind, the internet can be very overwhelming with information. And I know a lot of people get into the notary game to be on the real estate end of things as a closer. You know, loan signing agent, notary signing agent. Some people just call it the notary closer. Whatever you effing call it, if you want to be the notary on a real estate transaction, that's what most people aim for. I don't know if it's just the idea of like the money, but you can make more, the same if not more, doing other specialties as far as notarizations. um Real estate is drama until the very end. You gotta wait for funding. Sometimes the docs are done incorrectly, and you might have someone who's easygoing and they're like, I don't mind, I trust my lender, I trust whoever to fix it. And there are other people who are like, absolutely not. I'm not gonna wait for somebody else to fix it at the end. What if they don't and I have a problem later? I'm not signing anything. Fuck out of here. So the real estate transaction is drama till the very end. And it also costs more. So if you're looking for a low cost way, I would definitely say prioritize general notary work and eventually and then step up. Or you can do like I did. It was the pandemic, so that's how, using those what were they called? Stimulus checks. That's how I bought all my equipment. But if I were to do it all over again, which low key I did, um, if you watched my other video, low key I did, house burned down, so I had to buy some new supplies. But even then, it didn't matter. I was already established on the internet enough that I didn't need to print anything. Um, So the loan signing agent portion of it like can be expensive, but with under $100, I would say 150 max. Because if you're gonna get the supplies, your notary, Google my business is free, honey. It is definitely free. So you get your stamp. I recommend too. There's a video that I have of the supplies or things that I recommend that I use website wise. I got the kit that came with the journal for like $50, and I think maybe for an extra 20 you can get two stamps, a book, and an embosser. I definitely, would recommend getting a bundle like that. But I like to use the journal that I use is the modern journal. I'll link it down somewhere. I like that one because I can use it for anything since I do provide services, real estate closing services. I like those journals because it has everything that's already in most documents that are in a real estate transaction. So I don't have to write it in. It doesn't take forever. It doesn't take up several pages. It's just a lot easier for me. But if you don't plan on doing closings or you want to do closings later on, you can definitely use the journals that are in the bundles, or any journal for that matter. So get your journal. You're also, that's like the one I use is $30. If you get it in a bundle, Avi, you got it in the bundle. And same thing goes with your stamp, embosser, things like that. That's all you need to be a notary. Again, I have a video on it. That's all you need. And pens, I like to be go above and beyond, so I have pens, clipboards, but you don't need all of it. You can legit go with the bare minimum and your business is started, and you can add the other things later on. Trust me, you truly can. You got your phone, your journal, your stamp, Google My Business, and of course, word of mouth. You can make digital cards for free, so you don't even have to necessarily get business cards. I do have them. I just think that they're great because, with attorneys can be a little bit more old school. Otherwise, I just connect with people on Instagram, right? So the younger attorneys, we do the IG thing or just exchange digital information. But I like Instagram because if you're posting, I'm gonna come up, you're gonna see me. It keeps people who are active. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna keep you top of mind to like your post, LOL, stuff like that. So I like using Instagram to stay in touch with people, but you don't need business cards at first. I think they're great to when you're meeting your more older demo. I think they're great to leave in certain places, leave at a coffee shop, on a bulletin board somewhere, like the laundromat. There are places I've seen notary advertisements there. So, but you definitely don't need all of those things to start. I know, and I was one of them. You overthink, you want to have all the things. You don't need it. You need your commission, your car, your stamp, your book. And again, low key, you don't even need a pen. I would say they can have their pens, but I have a pen. It's just good service. Like I have the pens and we're good to go. So that's fairly inexpensive. Rambling. Um but yeah, once you have all of those things, again, think about the services that you want to provide. I do have a video on the services. There's so many different services, things that you can do as a notary. I primarily focus on about 4 services, and that's only just because that's where I see the demand is in where I'm at. That's what I get called for the most. So those are gonna be, my specialties. Um, which is the estate planning, apostilles, loan closings, divorce documents. That's what I get called for all the time, so I advertise that more. And then my remote notary services as well. But once you have all of those things and you're ready to go, it's just about talking and letting everybody know that you're a notary. Everywhere I wear this pin, can you read it? Trust me, I'm a notary. How can I help? Ouch, I just poked myself. I wear it on my jackets. I wear it on my shirts. Now I have a shirt that says it, and I love it. I'm probably also gonna get a hoodie, and it's gonna say that. I'm really excited about it. Um, I just tell everybody that I'm a notary. This is what I do whenever you need a notary, because you never need a notary until you need a notary. So I would like to be that person who's top of mind, which since I'm always talking about it, it happened. A caterer that I knew needed something notarized um for her business. She I think owns a pizzeria, and they needed something notarized by them for the fire department. And she thought of me. So I'm always plugging that I'm a notary, and we did it electronically. So that was great. Let everybody know. Go to networking events. I love networking. Although I'm a shy girly, I do enjoy talking to people. It just depends on like what we're talking about. I'm trying to reframe the way that I say certain things. Um Networking is my favorite way to let people know that I'm a notary. I go there deliberately. I look who are the speakers. I try to target certain people that are in the industry that I would need notarizations. Although I feel like any and everyone at some point you may need a notary. I focus on the people who will need one on a regular basis, like real estate transactions. Those deals are closing every day. You need a notary. Divorces are happening all the time. People are getting married, prenups. People are planning, doing estate plannings, getting their affairs in order, their living wills. That's happening all the time. So I try to focus on people in those industries and meet them there. So in the beginning, I was focused on real estate. So I went to a lot of real estate events. And even, Jesus, the way realtors don't even know how a transaction works. Oh, I'm a notary. Okay. And it's just also like, to make the mortgage valid, it needs a notarization. I took a real estate course, and it's literally, I think, page 1 of the book, and realtors, real estate agents specifically, like, are like, what? And like, do you also not ever attend a closing? But that's not neither here nor there, whatever. Um, yeah. Set up your Google My Business page. Make sure that, you have the services that you're offering. Put your pictures up. I've read and watched videos and basically kind of using it like Instagram. So mine is linked to my Instagram. So anytime I post content, is also posted on my Google My Business. So if I'm asking Q&A questions, I'm posting closing stuff, it usually posts to the Google My Business, so that stays active. Another way to keep that active is to link like blog posts. I don't currently do blog posts. I'm debating on doing it, but also why not? Why not get more visibility on my Google My Business page and getting reviews? I don't do that. I don't ask for as much as I should. Like at the end, I don't know why I need to, but I have more than I think people in my area. I'll have to look at the comp. But I have a good amount of reviews. That helps. Think about the fees that you want to charge. You know, look at the competitors in the area and do like a happy medium. When I started offering mobile services at $40, and I spoke about this in another video. When I was at my cheapest, no one really used my services. It wasn't until I made it a more premium price that people actually started to use my services, which is insane. Because now there are some people who probably would have, if they called me back then, would have been like, great, let's do this for $40. And now, like, I'm going to laugh at you if you think that I'm going to leave my house for $40. Not happening. We can do it remotely if you want to save some bread. I do all the same things and we can do it for you remotely. Absolutely no problem. Um, so yeah, those are the things that you would do. Market your business. Just talk about what you do. Whatever business you have, just talk about it. This is what you do. These are the services that you offer. You know, lead with that value, as they say, and stay up to date on notarial law. Make sure you're taking continuing education, which I do all the time. I'm a part of the National Notary Association. So one, they're always sending out like blog posts, information things, and I every year I do a refresh of basically what do you need to be a notary, does quizzes, whatever, so that I am always on top of my game for as far as notarial law. And I loved when I first became a notary, things that I've never seen before. I had no idea what the documents meant, or people, excuse me, had questions. I can call the National Notary Association and they would help answer the questions that I had. So I know sometimes people are very nervous because they're like, I haven't seen a document before, I don't know. But then honestly, that's a fucking excuse, because you can look at what a power of attorney looks like online. Because if they're not using an attorney, they're using those same templates, and you're gonna have seen them before, which I've done. I've gone to look at what it looks like. What do these templates look like? You pull up New Jersey, and I've seen people who, if they didn't use an attorney, it's the same thing that I saw off the internet. The same exact thing. So that will give you an idea. And usually when it comes from an attorney, I love, because they don't have someone that can travel to their client, right? Which I'm trying to be that notary, like, right? I want to be in your list of your notary database. I want to be in your database, because often they're like, they didn't have a notary. I don't know. They just gave me the docs and told me to find somebody. And they often put instructions, or once the client finds a notary, then they will put you in contact with the attorney, and the attorney will walk you through it anyway. So I know people are often very fearful of not knowing what the documents look like. Real estate is a little bit different because, like most things in real estate, you're just out there thrown to the fucking fishes. So, or the sharks, I should say. You're just thrown out there and see if you can fucking rock. But there are trainings out there for how to do closings. There are mentors out there to help you get that started. But if you're not looking to start that in the beginning, you don't really need to know the docs, because you don't have it's not your place to explain them. They're supposed to be understand the documents, willingly signing the documents, understanding the purpose of what they're doing here that day. Um, and that's it. That is it. And then even then, if you're not confident, just call the person. If it's an attorney that gave it to them, call the attorney. Become part of the National Notary Association so that you can ask questions. And then of course, if you find a notary mentor, that's also someone that like you can ask. But yeah, all in all, that's how you become a notary in New Jersey. If you have any other notary questions, let a girly know. And hit my comments, find me on social media. That's all already down there, Notable Moments Notary. Yeah, let me know if you want to become a notary in New Jersey. Holla at me. Maybe I can help. Or also just click all the links down there and become a notary and let me know how that goes. Okay, my battery's dying. Bye.